We haven't talked too much about the actual kami who appear. So first, we get the soot sprites, which very similar to the ones that we see in Spirited Away, and that is a film all about kami.
Those are actually supposedly the same soot sprites.
They look exactly the same.
Yeah.
They in Spirited Away, they sort of sprout legs and arms.
Yeah.
But they kind of can retract those as well.
Well, a lot of the characters in this make cameo appearances in other Ghibli films. Apparently, Totoro is in Kiki's Delivery Service, and he's in 2 other ones, but I can't remember which ones. And he's also in Toy Story, and he's also in an episode of SpongeBob SquarePants. So, like I said, this character is ubiquitous. It is.
He could have
everywhere.
his own IMDb.
Yeah, probably. And he'd probably be better than a lot of actors out here in LA. This made-up cat kami, whose name actually comes because it's supposed to be May mispronouncing the Japanese word for troll, I believe.
Oh, right. She does mention troll earlier.
Yeah, because she
and
says...
he's quite the mumbler. He really doesn't enunciate.
Yeah,
I'm just saying he brought this on himself.
Yeah, he totally did. When he first, in this dubbed version anyway, when May first finds him and she's like, "What's your name?" He just kind of grumbles. He's like, and May's like, "Did you just say Totoro?" And I was like, "Where did you get fucking Totoro out of that?" So when she's kind of lost in the magical Totoro forest and Satsuki finds her, she says, "I was with a Totoro." And this is where it kind of got my wheels spinning about like how much is known in this universe, because that's when Satsuki says, "Oh, do you mean like a troll from your storybook?" And then May says, "Yeah." So I was like, well, what's in the storybook now? Like, is there an actual Totoro?
And that's one of those things that gets lost in translation.
Yeah.
And it really, and it doesn't really matter if it's dubbed or subbed. We'll still have a little bit of a hard time understanding that as an English audience without an asterisk at the bottom of a page telling us that.
Totoro's blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, exactly.
Footnotes in a subtitle.
You actually do get footnotes in fan subs.
Oh, really?
Extensive footnotes about cultural
That's
references
cool,
and things.
though.
Right? Yeah. Very cool.
That might be the way to watch these. But it would take 7 hours to watch. And we would be pausing every 5 seconds.
Like, all right, we finished the film. Now let's go through the footnotes. We've got another 4.5 hours ahead of us.
But yeah, that's kind of where it went. Where I was like, oh, are these known creatures in books and storybooks? And then the dad's like, oh yeah, this is a spirit. So then I was like, does the dad know? Like, are these legends that are actual? Like, if the dad saw the Totoro, he'd be like, oh yeah, of course. That's the kami of the forest. Duh. Yeah. Or is it kind of like everyone has their own interpretation of what the kami are and what the Totoro is, and they see it differently. So that's kind of, and again, didn't really take anything away from the movie for me, but it did make me ponder like, well, what is the genesis of these creatures?
And I wonder, maybe not every child is able to see them. Maybe it is the explorers and the wanderers with the wanderlust, that kind of are able to see them, or the ones who want to be connected to nature. Mm-hmm. Maybe if you're a little bit more myopic and in your little bubble like Kanta is, maybe they're not as open to you because you're not as open to them.
I'd never see a kami. I'm such a cynical prick. They'd never show themselves to me.
You'd just be throwing trash at the bottom of trees as well.
Yeah.
Here, take that, kami.
Here you go, Totoro. Piece of shit.
Jesus Christ.
Thanks for watching that clip from the Anime Movie Podcast. Follow the links in the description below to hear full episodes, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel for more fun clips like this.